Hey, it's Thy Company. How's everybody's day going? It's
Can't
Thy
sing a song.
Company and your main here.
You should let me sing a song.
Remix a song. What song?
You know the ella baila sola,
Yeah, I was gonna ask you,
something, I
what is
forgot.
that? You sent me a message, you're like, Bella, ella sabe que está buena. And I'm like, what
You
is
should
that?
search the song up like, it's like ella sabe que está buena. It's like he writes, he makes music, right?
Do you know the artist?
But I forgot, but I've known he's made music for cartels.
Ella sabe que está buenota y no la presumen. There's a few different ones.
Yeah.
I also see another one that says DJ Exceder.
It's ella baila sola, I think, I forgot.
Yeah, I have Eslabon Armado y Peso
It's the
Pluma.
one it's the one that's drinking.
I'll take a look at it a little bit later. But so what you been up to?
Ty, are you gonna sleep at so you're gonna sleep at 2 a.m. again, right?
Uh, that's a good question. I don't know about 2 a.m., but I think you got me probably for at least maybe I must say at least half an hour to an hour because I got a bunch of different topics to talk about today. Making sure that's all
Yeah,
good there, right? All right, cool. So first topic. So what you been up to today?
nothing.
Nothing, not a thing. Been anywhere?
Nothing much. Just went shopping.
Where'd you go shopping?
Gabe's again.
Well, why are you going to Gabe's now? I don't know anybody who goes to Gabe's.
Cause the shorts that I bought was too big and there was no medium, so I had to buy the big one still.
I
So
got
I
you.
went there for no reason. So I went there for no reason basically.
I don't know why, but I hate going to freaking department stores like the bootleg ones, and then freaking your family or usually the women in the family spend several hours eyeballing every single piece of clothing there to the point where you're in this store and your freaking soul gets uh your soul leaves your body.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hate those freaking things. But let me I want to take a quick check on one thing. But yeah, you know who got in touch with me the last few days?
Ooh,
You remember that guy in the back?
yeah, I do know him.
Yeah, he sent me a message like a week ago. Uh Yo. And I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I sent him an invite to my server in case of anything so he gets updates about like the YouTube channel and all that. And I said, "Hey, how's it going?"
Mhm.
And he didn't answer me for like 5 days and I thought, "Man, we've lost a guy again." But he texted me really late last night at 1:47 in the morning. And he said, "Hey, sorry, I've been busy, man. I guess I lost contact with you and the guys. I've been busy with school and work and life, and I have a girlfriend now."
Damn.
And then he says, "How I've been spending the local town celebration with the last week, lol." I don't know what that means exactly. Does
LOL means laugh out loud, idiot.
No,
So
I mean
stupid,
like,
bro. You gotta be fucking sped.
now you just being playing around. What I don't understand is what he means by now how I've been spending the local town celebration with the last week. I guess he's talking about him living in a local town and they're celebrating some holiday or something.
Yeah, some shit, something about that shit.
Yeah, something like that. I don't. To me, that sounds a little sus, but all right. And then he says, "I got my PCs fixed last week or a few weeks ago now, and I haven't been on them much since my little brother uses one for Roblox all the time. LMAO, how have you been? What have you been doing with your life? What have you been up to?"
Uh, wonder what.
And last time we talked was August 2021. Oh man, that's
Damn,
not
damn,
even
this one
that,
like
because you could argue
somebody
that it's
else for
still
you.
freaking beginning of 2021. So he's been out of the picture for a good moment. Freaking at
Ah,
least 2 years, right? By looks of it, maybe
yeah.
even more.
Damn.
Because last time I sent him like videos
What?
on a regular basis was the end of like 2020, yeah, December of 2020. And what is this weird message? Ain't never see no mustard on that, but it might be good though. My daddy know about it. I'ma get to him. Mustard, come on, man. Now don't put no mustard on there. You gotta put a little something on that thing. What, man? Come on now, get get that pepper off there. Come
What?
on, someone, get this man.
What the
Oh no.
fuck?
I'm not even gonna read the whole thing because
Yeah.
this is just nonsense. I don't even know what this is referring to. But this is back of December. This was back. Do you remember the Scribble.io videos I was making?
Yes, I know. The one that you thought it was gonna get a lot of views.
Well, I don't know about a lot of views, but I thought it was gonna get some views. This was like even before the Among Us videos. That's how long ago it's been. But he did join the Thigh Company server on Discord, so we have a new guy. You could say hello to that guy in the back.
But have you heard his voice?
Yeah, it's been freaking years though, but yeah,
What happened to Big Chungus?
I have no idea. I don't even remember what or who Big Chungus is off the top of my head.
I thought it was a Mexican kid.
I think so. Speaking of which, do you have somebody or friend of yours named Mr. Beast? Or I'm trying to figure out who this
What?
Mr. Beast person is on my server. He sent a photo of LeBron James throwing a brick. Don't know
Don't know
who
who the
that's
fuck Mr.
about.
Beast is.
Who is Aguila? I don't know who that is.
Who?
Aguila, Aguila. I think that's one of your friends because he has a soccer profile picture.
No, no, stop being racist now. Come on now, dog.
What does that mean? Who said anything about being racist? You a soccer fan, right?
Well,
And
not every soccer friends know each other, you dick fuck.
what do you mean? Nah, I'm talking about you were part of a group, and I think you added a bunch of your soccer friends to my Discord server.
You don't know who he is.
I well, I know who you know who KDS or KDSJ88.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went on my work and jobs photo tab back when I was talking about fetch. Speaking of which, I might have to update this fetch information here. Um, you posted a photo that said hey, and then said add company, admin, server creator, mod, Uchapa, and Mr. Beast. So he knows who Mr. Beast is.
Who?
KDS.
So hold on, what he said again?
He posted a photo of a guy saying hey, and then he did a bunch of ads like trying to contact me and well, there's no admin, server creator, and mod roles, so I don't know why he put that in there. But he put an ad to add a Choppa to contact you, and then put add Mr. Beast to contact Mr. Beast.
I mean, I don't even have my own. I don't. Wait, imagine my account name got changed to Mr. Beast, the one that Barney hacked. That could
Ah,
happen, and you know that.
no, what that was done?
Yeah. Sorry. Do you really think I was joking around when I said I got hacked?
I didn't. Why would I think that you're joking?
I don't know. You probably thought I was joking, but no, bro. I actually got hacked. I kind of started freaking out because I got hacked.
So you think this Mr. Beast account is your old account?
I don't know. I just found that Barney hacked me because after my account got hacked, it was like Barney.
Yeah. Otherwise, the only thing I have here is says Mr. Beast, and it says Squeak 2249, and then about me it says I like eat. and even not
I
even I
like to
like
eat.
to eat. It's just I like eat, and I don't know what that's about, to be honest. But yeah, that guy in the back is in the server. Um, I don't know what his schedule is. I would like to add him to a voice call, but he's offline from what I see.
And he gonna be invisible.
Could be invisible for all I know. I don't. Well, I don't think so, but I'm gonna text him and be like, "Hey, when you online, would like to talk to catch up." So, hey, when are you online? Nowadays. What else? I haven't.
Wait, how long you have to be on? Wait, when was the
How
last time you
long?
texted me or
Several
something?
years. Or at least from 2020. But I think he knows me back from the Minecraft days.
Yeah, I think. Well, when the fuck are you gonna get back on Minecraft?
When am I gonna get back on Minecraft?
Yes, but I'm trying to play Minecraft with you.
That's a good question because my old methods seem for some reason to be broken and they don't work. And then when I was using Rooster stuff, it was okay, sort of. But then Rooster started
But
being
then,
like, "Oh, I'm not gonna let you use my Minecraft," and we had a little bit of a fallout there. And now he's like, "Oh, if you get my input to my Minecraft, that means you're gonna get into my Microsoft account, and I don't want you doing that because it's a security issue."
but if you have money, just buy the guy. But just buy Xbox. Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
Well, I'm not gonna buy Xbox because I don't play Xbox. I
Oh
don't.
my god,
But I can probably get
bro.
Minecraft on the PC.
Look, look, Ty,
What?
Ty, look. Listen. If you get Xbox, then we can game. Think about that. If you get Xbox, we can play other games together. Not FIFA, but other games you want. So that's why I'm telling you to get Xbox because we can play Call of Duty and other shit.
Wait, Call of Duty? Is
Are
that what
you
you're
there?
trying to add me to?
Yeah.
Oh god. Keep in mind, last time I played Call of Duty was freaking when I was in middle school. When I was in middle
PUBG.
school. So you're talking about like before 2010.
Damn.
Oh god, I would have to take a look. This was before Black Ops for sure. Like before that whole series came out. I think this would have been like Modern Warfare. Uh, One of the Modern Warfares that was on Xbox 360. Let's see. Been busy as well. Would like. Let's see. Would love to chat sometime to catch up. Let's see. I have a new. Well, actually, no. I wouldn't say a new because I still been. I should say. Am still active on YouTube with the Thigh Company channel. Uh, Also doing a bunch of other projects. Yeah, also doing a bunch of projects. Because oh god, last time we were probably this was even before the when I first did the original um, car detailing. Or yeah, so I'd have to tell him about that. Uh, he doesn't know that my uncle passed away in December of 2020. No, November of 2021. So I
Damn,
gotta
but
tell
your
him about
uncle was
that.
young and brave. Just add that nigga to the group call.
Well, I can add him to the call, but I'm afraid I'm afraid he's gonna get mad with you.
What?
He
What
is
would I
more of
do?
a what would you call it? More of a conservative guy from my memory, and he was really good friends with Dragon, and I think he was good friends with Rooster. Um,
Oh damn! Oh damn!
but more of a Dragon friend. Um, Let me see if I can create a group chat. See if that does anything. Probably will not, but I don't know when he's online now. So yeah, send him the message. I don't know if Humane's going to answer this call or not. I might have to kind of. All right, there you go. So so yeah, we have the group chat. I don't know if he'll answer or not. He probably won't, but because if he's a working lad, uh, probably working full time, I would imagine. And yeah, by the way, I see we have a few people watching. For those of you who want to hit us up on Discord, Thigh Company hashtag 1515. I should probably start putting in the link or figure out how to add people to um, my Discord server through like a link or something like that. I gotta read up on that and how that works exactly.
Oh my god!
Anyway, so yeah, that's that guy in the back.
Huh.
Did
Oh my
Alex
god!
text me? You were asking something about Alex?
Why the fuck am I echoing?
You're not echoing. You sound fine on my end.
Oh, well, I'm echoing on my side.
Let's leave this call and go back to original one. Maybe it's a routing thing. Let me call you back. All right, is the echo better now? Should be. Chat by you there.
Yeah.
There we go. So the other topic. Let's see. You were asking me something about Alex. Is Alex busy or something like that? I don't remember what you were asking about. That was there something about Alex you wanted me to check with, or not?
I was like, how's Alex been?
Alex is busy. He told me that he had a very busy Sunday. Um,
But if I was Alex working at IHOP, I would quit.
you would quit. Why would you quit?
No, he can work at Walmart for $14 an hour, probably.
Uh, Maybe. I don't even know. He might have a Walmart near where he lives. But his dad works there, so maybe I don't know. It's sort of a touchy situation. If he wants to work there and he likes working there, there's no. I don't see a reason to leave exactly, unless if it's like he wants to leave and go to Walmart. But I don't know. It could be one of those situations where because his dad works there, he feels comfortable with that, and maybe it's like an easier job because sometimes money is not the reason why people work at a certain place. Like,
But hold up, why are they paying him $7 though? Why not 5, 6? Why not why not $10 an hour a week? Why
okay,
only seven
so
25?
uh, reason it's not less like the 5-6 number you mentioned is because he's not
Wait,
getting
you
tips, from my understanding.
you never knew that he wait. You suggested that he got paid $7.25 because he said minimum he said minimum wage, but minimum wage and where?
Well, that's actually a good question because I think I was jumping to federal minimum wage, but if he's in Arizona, let's see, the Arizona, uh, let me see if this is the correct. In accordance with Proposition 206, known as Fair Wages and Healthy Families Act, Arizona's minimum wage in 2023 increased to $13.85. The updated 2023 Arizona minimum wage took effect January 1st, 2023, and will remain so through December 31st, 2023. So he's probably making 1385,
That's
unless
not that's a lot.
it's not bad. It's better than what I know some people here in Charlotte are making. I have a guy
True.
who's worked many years at a movie theater and is only making $12 an hour.
Damn.
And
Like my dad, when he used to work at a hotel for like 10 years almost, and he got paid no more than 11.
yeah, I don't get that and how those companies be doing that. I mean, yeah, some companies can legally get away with doing that, but it's just doesn't really show. I don't know. It's like a really weird situation. I'm gonna have to do a bit more research to give you a better answer because, especially at freaking almost 1 o'clock in the morning, it's hard to think sometimes. But I would imagine he's probably making
They say you're dumb.
1385. Um, so there's your answer
They
to
say
your
you're dumb.
Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else has been going on. So that's yeah, that covers Alex there. Um, still having that weird cough at night. I don't know what's causing that. Um,
Brother has COVID-19, COVID-13.
oh, you're asking me about my dad, an update on the dad thing. So my dad told me to get in touch with my half brother, right? And asked him why, and he said, "Oh, he lives in Tampa. Give him a call because supposedly the story goes is my half brother owns a few companies in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and my dad supposedly was recently told that my half brother has over 125 employees working for him, which to
Yeah.
me that sounds kind of crazy, but I don't know if he has like two, three companies, then you could kind of split that up. Let's say 50, around about 50 employees a company. That's kind of hard to imagine that sort of, and I don't know how that's all set up and what companies and what's the industry and the details. But anyway, um, my dad tells me that my half brother has a company, um, and not to reveal too much information, uh, it has a vague name and doesn't really, by the name itself, you don't really recognize what the company does. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but going on there, doing information online, they kind of like specialize in disaster management. So what that means is like if you own a house or a property in, let's say in Florida, right, and you have damage from a hurricane, tornado, fire, flooding, um, they try to go in and do like repairs on the property. So, but there was I can't find a website. The phone number that they have is disconnected. So I figured, something's up with the
Yeah.
company. And then
Hey, wait, so what's the company name?
I'm not gonna give you the company name. I'll tell you like later, but off stream. Um,
Alright. Alright. Sounds cool.
but what's weird is there's a bunch of like negative reviews I found, and but these are like old reviews from like 2018. So what I
Yeah.
think happened was that it's possible there was some sort of business or something that was not set up correctly, and some people had some complaints. And I suspect this resulted in probably a rebranding, or maybe the company closed and something else popped up, or who knows. But again, I can't go into very specific details just for privacy reasons. Um, but anyway, that number was not working, so I called his home number. His home phone number is disconnected. All I have now is an iPhone number, and I gave the iPhone number a call, and nobody picked up. I left a voicemail, and no one's called me back or texted me. Um, I can probably find a number to text, doing some research. Um, Again, but I have to do the research and all that. Um, so and I wasn't able to get in contact with my half brother. So I told my dad that, hey, I can't get in touch with him. Can you give a try to you know call him up and see what he's doing and what's his new number? And he's like, oh, okay, but my dad keeps freaking forgetting to do that. I don't know if it's like dementia or what the case is. But then today he's like, oh, I talked to him a week ago, and he never mentioned this before. So he's like, oh, I talked to him a week ago. You got to give him a call. He's very sick. He's lying and is in very bad pain. And I'm thinking, what's going on? Like, why would you just
But
randomly, tell me this and then never mention
he
it?
gotta be Donald Trump. He gotta be Donald Trump.
What you mean, Donald Trump?
I mean, no. He gotta be fucking Joe Biden, bro. For getting everything. That your dad probably related to Joe Biden.
Oh man, I don't. But I just was, so confused, and I gave my half brother another call, and kind of the same thing. Nobody answered, and left a voicemail. So I don't know what's going on. So I told my dad that, hey, these two phone numbers and I'll tell you the other sped thing my dad's been doing is he likes to start reciting every single phone number that he has for somebody, and he keeps doing it
Yeah,
over and
what do you
over and
mean?
over again. So what he does is like, hey, I need you to call your half brother, call your brother, and um, I'm like, okay, well, I've tried to call him, but he's not picking up. Oh, well, let me tell you his phone number. He's got an iPhone phone number. It's 1 2 3 4 5 6. He's got this number 789. And he keeps repeating these numbers over and over again. I'm like, okay, wait a second. Stop for a moment. You've told me this over 10 times, these phone numbers. I just called you and I just told you that I gave these numbers a call and they're disconnected. So why are you going about telling me these phone numbers again? Trying to get him to like freaking realize what he's doing. And he's acting like a broken record, repeating himself over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's this other sped thing that he's been doing. So it doesn't occur to him, but the lady that he lives with overheard me talk to him about the numbers being disconnected. So I would hope that they have that in their drilled into their heads now that that number, you have to contact that iPhone number now. Um, but yeah, anyway, supposedly the new thing is that my brother is like deathly sick or something and is in major pain and not able to physically do anything. And I'm like, and my same time, my concern is I wonder if my dad somehow confused me telling him that, hey, I'm having some stomach pain here and there, and freaking morphed it into this new thing. Because remember the other day I told you he was calling me not
Oh
by
yeah,
my
I
name but
remember.
my half brother's name.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and so I'm thinking, what if his mind somehow started wandering off and made this idea that his half brother's sick, or his first son is sick. Uh, and now I'm like, I gotta go. Let me let my sister know what's going on because he might start doing something weird. So that's probably the most recent sped thing is that I need you to call your brother, but your phone numbers are not gonna work, and so I'm gonna keep repeating myself, me reading off these phone numbers that I have on my phone. That's this kind of weird new thing that he's doing. So yeah, that's pretty much been today's episode of that. That kind of sped stuff. My dad. Um, Probably the most other weird thing that's been going on is um a little bit with my neighbor, but it's like hard to explain. I have remember we're talking about the Turkish neighbors.
Yep.
All right, so we've been having kind of like a mutual, you help the saying, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. So they help me out somewhere, I help them out somewhere, and
That's
um,
gay.
what do you mean? No, I'm talking about like transportation, for example. Um, like occasionally we go on a food drive. They want to get some groceries, I want to get some groceries. So to help save money, somebody may go one day, get a gallon of milk. Another day somebody might get some bread. To kind of help cut down on gas and all that. Um, so anyway, one of my neighbors, is a mechanic, and I was talking with him last few days about the idea of, hey, I'm thinking about maybe trying to go back into doing the car detailing again. But I gave to him the emphasis that, hey, I don't think I'm personally ready to get back into doing the actual physical labor, even though I might be able to do some minor stuff like help vacuum a car.
Whoa, minor.
Well, what I mean by minor stuff that's not like extremely physically exhausting. Like what it would be,
Okay, good, good.
my example would be like, if I could, because
I
my idea was to set up it more towards the
stuttering
business. Like I'm the
repeat that.
manager, and I make sure everything goes done, and I have somebody else who does the work per se. And my idea was that my friend or my neighbor who's a mechanic, he has like, from my observation, I think he has something like 10 or 12 different people who work at him at different times. And he told me
Damn,
that he had like
he got,
one.
he got slaves.
He's got what?
He got slaves.
So no, no, that's not. I wouldn't go that way. But he's got. So when I talk to him, I'm trying to do the math in my head on how like his operations are set up, because he always like, you see, to me it almost looks like he's there every single day. Do
Yeah,
almost from like dusk, like from dawn to dusk, from morning to night,
yeah,
uh, doing a
yeah,
bunch of stuff.
yeah,
And it would appear that what he does is two or three different like operations at once. The first operation is he buys old or beat up cars at auction, fixes them up, and resells them. Which,
yeah,
that process in itself sounds like it's simple, but it's not, because one, it's a competitive area. Everybody wants to buy a car for cheap, fix it up, and resell it. Especially
yeah,
in this like market, because there's so many different um, people who are trying to make
yeah,
money in that. Yeah, I'm gonna yeah your face. uh,
yeah, your ass.
yeah. Anyway, the second thing he does is he does like basically like a mechanic. Somebody comes over, hey, my car's AC is broken. Hey, I have a flat tire. Hey, I need an oil change. Hey, I was in an accident. I need my bumper replaced. That mechanic stuff, right? And then the third
Yeah,
thing he
true.
does is he does like kind of like side work assisting uh, nearby clients, because he's in an area where there's a bunch of other like used car dealerships. Everybody's friends of each other. Everybody knows a guy who does this and that. And my neighbor has a specialty in like automotive, electronic, and electric repair. I think more into like the electrical work. Like, if you're, hey, my headlights aren't working, but I just put in new bulbs, I don't know what's going on. And he would go in and be like, oh, hey, you have a wire that's overheated. Let me go and replace that wire. Or, hey, there's something wrong with your voltage. Maybe it's too much voltage is going into your system, which is causing the wires to overheat and melt. and like he would go in and be able to do stuff like that, right? So
Hell yeah.
yeah, so he's has a good experience and is well known on different areas in that. Uh, like for example, my radiator overheated in my BMW, and we had to go replace the radiator. Um,
Oh my god. Hope you didn't get radiation.
no, you know what a radiator is, do you?
No.
Nah, it's
Something about radiation.
no, it doesn't deal with radiation, but it helps control um your car from like overheating. Like, you burn what do you call it, gasoline or diesel or oil,
Yeah.
and that's used to power the car, and so it doesn't like overheat. They have a radiator, but that's why you also have to do like oil change and all that. Um, so anyway, we got that done, and there's a bunch of other stuff you can do. But my plan was to try to come up with a solution or a business plan to offer a service, being the car detailing, car cleaning, and all that, and get two parts set up. One is a mobile detailing command task force, I guess is what you could call it, right? And then do a regular detailing where people bring their car over to
Remember? Remember?
that shop or garage to get the detailing done there. And I'm trying to figure out how to get that done, because right next to where he does the mechanic work, there's a competing detailer business there, but that business raised their prices from 150 to 180. And I think we could easily just, bring the price down to 175, or 160 or something like that, or even 150 possibly. Um, and start doing, undercutting the business, or doing something like that. But my neighbor says that no, we don't even need to undercut them. We can even charge more and do, instead of 180, do 200, because the 180 guys have so much work and they're not able to work with all the clients that come in to get their car detailed. And the idea is that instead of having these guys wait around to do their car clean for 180, they can just come over to us and we'll do the work for 200. That's kind of like my neighbor's proposal. But I think that the 200 idea might be a little tricky, because the idea is that, hey, I don't want to wait, let me spend extra $20 to get the work done. That's kind of like his business idea or tactic, uh, which could work. But problem is, I'm seeing ads online for like the 150 price range. Um, so because of that, I got to figure out, how. And I talked to him today about it again as well, and he just freaking, his mind was like all over the place on that. First is like, oh, let me go get a computer. Let me buy a bunch of stuff for my computer so I'll get a high-end gaming PC. Oh, I'm gonna get myself a high-end processor, a bunch of video graphics cards, they're like, oh, Alex, I want you to go and can you hop on my PC and tell me what I have on my PC, because I bought a PC for whatever high dollar amount he said. I don't even remember what it was, but I was like, and my neighbor's like, oh, I bet I could have bought the parts separately and probably built the computer myself. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Tell me, is that how much money could I save? Now, and is that possible to build a computer like that? And I told him, well, sure, it's probably possible, but again, is it realistic? Can you, have you built a computer before? Have you done this and that? And of course, I don't get an answer. And I basically told him, why do you want to have this high-end PC? And he says, oh, I'm going to be doing Bitcoin mining.
The fuck?
And I'm like, why do you want to do Bitcoin mining? Oh, so I can get money, so I get free electricity.
The fuck?
That's what he told me. That's That's what I kind of first thought in my head, and I was like, well, I get the guy's like idea, but I don't see that being realistic. And he's like, oh, so do I have to pay $5,000? Do I pay 7,000, 8,000, 10,000?
Got
So I
paid two
start
point
printing
three
some
million
money.
bucks, bitch.
Yeah, that's what he started telling me, and I'm like, oh, wait a second, why are we even discussing this?
Cause you're Sped.
So that was my first weird thing, and then I was like, well, okay, how about this? So we understand ourselves a little bit better. How much are you paying, to rent out or lease that space where you do the mechanic work? Because he has his garage that's like out in the kind of the edge of the city, but it's like near the highway. And he's like, oh, when I started off, it was 1,800 a month. I'm like, okay, so you paying 1,800 right now, or is it more, or what? Oh, you can't get a place for less than 2,400, less than 2,500. You know,
Oh, you
but I
fuck
also got,
account.
and I'm like, well, how much are you paying? Is it 2,400, 2,500? It's probably over 3,000 now, because I also
Damn.
got to pay electricity and I got to pay a trash removal fee. And I'm like, okay, so you're paying for all of that. What does that come out to? So we're talking about what, like 3,000, 3,500, or what are we doing? Oh no, my friend Max pays for all that. And I'm like, wait, hold up, hold up. Your friend Max pays for what now? Is how's your friend Max involved in this? Is he also doing mechanic work and making money doing that too, or are you all as a group renting it out, or what? And so now he throws me this curveball that his friend supposedly pays like different fees there. And now I'm being told that it might not be just his Max friend, but another person as well. So now it seems like, oh, we have a whole collection of different guys renting out this garage. So now I got to get clarification on that. So now I'm like, okay, well, let me do it this way then. All right, how about this? you know, I'm gonna play the percentage game. We're gonna come up with a price. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's 150, 175, 180, 200, or whatever. Um, let's do this. And I started looking online and average statistics on like what people recommend to pay workers, or if you have a subcontractor and all that. So, because my original idea was like, okay, what do we pay a person to do the work? Okay,
$16 an hour.
how much you think?
$16 an hour.
See, I think it depends on the person. We have to ask the person what what is the price range that you're looking for? Because I know people who would probably do the work for 16 an hour. But back when I was doing my detailing, I was looking for somebody to help me. I had one guy who was freaking like aggressive, and he's like, "I won't work unless you give me one full-time work." So full-time meaning like 40 hours a week, right? So that's
Tell that bitch. Tell
yeah.
that bitch no.
Well, I had to tell the guy, "Hey, I can't give you full-time work, but how about we do it like a contract basis or a part-time type of thing?" And the guy,
So hold on. You had a company at that time.
no, I didn't. Well, it wasn't a company. It was you could call it maybe an LLC, but it's very small end. It's like kind of basically you're like a contractor, or it depends on what the guy's looking for. The guy was looking for a full-time job, 40 hours a week, and he wanted to also be paid $25 an hour. And I started doing the math, and I said, well, you know, I will try to work with you regarding the pay. However, with the hours, I cannot give you 40 hours a week because we didn't have the clients. If we had enough business where that made sense, what I could work with what the guy was wanting, then perhaps it could we could do something. But we just didn't have enough money coming in for me to be able to do that. For it to make any sense. And the guy wasn't happy, and we basically weren't able to get anything done. But I had later two teenagers call me, and they like, hey, we live in, we're located in, I think they said West Charlotte, and I was like, well, I'm in East Charlotte. Maybe we can work something out. Maybe somehow we meet in the middle, or something. Um, but again, the kids were unexperienced. They never told me their phone number. They never gave me enough information, and I lost their phone number. And they never emailed me. They could have messaged me on Facebook. They could have done a bunch of stuff, but they never followed through, and then they disappeared basically. But I think minimum 15, 16 an hour, that's like a minimum. And I know a bunch of people who would go to work, well, work with me for at that price. And because cleaning a car usually, um, from my estimation, should be absolutely no more than 3 hours. Usually, whenever I do like an inside just a cleaning, at most I would say an hour, hour and a half. At most, just to clean an inside of a regular four-door like sedan. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever spent over 3 hours cleaning a car, other than maybe like if I'm training somebody and I have to go, kind of teach them and then make them do the work and then supervise them. But I think,
That would be a little too much.
yeah, that's a little too much. But if I'm starting off training somebody and somebody doesn't have a clue, that's why I got to figure out what's my price range. And I had a guy, because I had one guy who was like a neighbor slash friend come to like work with me, but the guy was sped, really sped. Um, the guy was like avoiding trying to do the work, and then he like jumped on the client's fence without asking them, and just sat on their fence.
So, oh,
Yeah, they had a brick fence. The client was like a rich neighborhood, rich house, and they had a Honda Odyssey that they wanted to clean. And my neighbor, instead of helping me, well, I could say, yeah, he did some helping, but in terms of him being like a regular worker at that point in time, I would say he was not up to par with that. But I wasn't happy that the guy went and jumped on the neighbor's brick fence and was sitting there on his phone watching YouTube videos and calling his mom, talking with his mom while I was trying to, do the job and get the job done quick, because we had spent because we spent an evening and then went there at lunch to finish the work. But I didn't scold the guy. I wasn't like, hey, I'm pissed off at the work you did and all that. All I did was like, hey, we finished the work. I think there's a lot of room for improvement. Um, I still think you do need training, but out of at respect and just legally minimum what I would need to do, I paid the guy. I think I paid him like $50 for the work on the Honda, and I think that um, some people would say, "Oh, $50 is too much," but I figured, one, out of respect, because I didn't want to disgrace my friend. If that, I wouldn't want to, pick somebody and be like, "Hey, you didn't do no work. I'm not gonna pay you. I'm not gonna be, savage like that. I'm gonna at least, let him know that, hey, this is what's up." But the guy, after we finished the work, just let me know himself that, hey, I don't think I can continue working. And I'm like, all right, let me know if anything changes. I'm still, willing to, train and teach if you're interested, but he wasn't interested. So,
I just not interested. Just say fuck off.
what's that?
If it's not interested, just say fuck off.
Well, that's what that's what most adults would do. But I decided to, play it nice. Um, and then plus his mom was like really involved in the beginning, being like, "Hey, make sure he gets enough water, and make sure Alex, you take care of him." And I figured, well, the guy's still young, but he's not a kid, he's an adult. Guy was like, what, in his early 20s. So realistically, I could have been savage with him, but I decided not to.
Just because their parents loved you.
Uh huh. So anyway, where I'm stuck now is we're trying to come up with a price of, what do we price the car detailing? And then my neighbor's like, oh, you should charge $20 to vacuum the person's car, you know, and he starts like doing this nickel and dime, what I call nickel and diming, where you come up with a price to do this and do that, and I'm like, well, I get the idea behind it, but I said, let's just make it simple because nobody's going to want to sit there and start reading a whole freaking menu of services, and they're not wanting to sit there and listen to, what you're going to price for everything, charge for everything. What they want is simply to pay the money, get the job done, and then be on their way. That's what most people, most clients want. And they want the
I
job to
hate
be
those
done.
kind of niggas.
Yeah, so it doesn't make sense to do that. And so I told them, well, let's just do this. We have standard cleaning, which is, when we're looking for a client, we just got to ask them, hey, you want the whole car to be cleaned? And they say yes or no. They basically be like, yes,
She said
I want the car to
fire,
be clean. And you be like, all right,
fire,
it's going to be,
fire, fire.
what? What you mean, hold up? Well,
No, I said fire, fire, fire.
oh, you talking to me. Oh, got you. But yeah, basically make the process easy. Be like, hey, it's going to be 160. We're going to take care of everything. We're going to make everything look nice and neat. And we're going to make sure that you're happy with the service that we provide. Make it simple. Or if they'd be like, hey, I want my car being, they start going high end, be like, oh, I need this, I need that. I want my car to be brand spanking new. I
Like,
want it to look like it's off the showroom.
can you help me?
With what?
Can you help me with something?
What you need help with?
It's off topic, but can you help me? Like, do you know ways to like shrink your shorts?
Stream shorts? What you mean? Like make a live stream and
Shrink
then
your shorts.
make a short.
Shrink.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm probably have an idea or two how to do it, but I would have to kind of do some research. What you trying to get done?
I'm trying to shrink it.
Oh, like make it shorter?
Yes, bro.
Have you tried using like video editor on computer? Oh, well, you're doing it on mobile, so
Bro, I said make. Come on.
I think
5.
there's an app
I
or
said
something.
shrink the fucking short, bro. I said shrink it.
Shrink it how? The resolution?
Oh my god. Dad, look on Discord.
I'm looking at Discord right now. I asked you 2 different questions on how to shrink it, and yeah, and I asked you, are you trying to shrink the length of the short, or are you trying to shrink the resolution? What you mean, Mind Mobile? Shrink the size. Well, you're gonna shrink the size uh, on mobile. You probably gotta have to use an app because they usually don't shrink video resolution sizes on a mobile device unless it's like you'd have to probably have an app because with an iPhone I don't even know how to do that with an iPhone. But
Please look on Discord.
clothing shorts. Well, you just freaking explain. I'm talking about pants. Because I didn't hear anything about clothing. That's probably how
I
bad.
said shorts.
That's how quiet you
That's
are.
what I meant. So can you tell me how to shrink the shorts?
Why are you trying to shrink shorts?
Because it's too big for me.
Are you not able to exchange it for a smaller size? Or are these old shorts?
I told you already I went to Gabe's to
Yeah, you went to
exchange it,
Gabe's,
bro,
bought
and I couldn't
shorts. The
find.
shorts were too big, and I'm like, okay, can you return the shorts and buy a smaller size.
That's what I did. That's what I did today. I went back to Gabe's and to return it and tried to look for other sizes, but I couldn't find it.
You couldn't find a smaller size?
No, I couldn't.
Have you tried a different store?
Well, how can I? No. Oh, there's only shorts that are in the store. You can only buy those shorts in that store.
Oh, is this for soccer?
Yeah.
It depends on what the shorts are made out of. Usually, they polyester, I think, is what they have, right?
Yeah, but just tell me like how to shrink that.
I don't know off the top of my head. You would have to look at YouTube, and I can't ask anybody right now, too. Uh, Especially because of how late it is at night. But I wonder if heat would somehow work in shrinking it. Is it like really like too big, or is it kind of like what's it called? Really
No,
oversized?
so I wear medium, right? And it's large.
Okay. Um, and we're talking about sports shirts for like soccer. So, um,
I need ideas to shrink it.
um, Gabe's won't let you do a special order.
No,
Have you tried looking online or the Gabe's website,
yeah,
and that didn't give you any good results?
no.
Okay. I'm not sure. I would probably check with YouTube.
Right.
I don't know, be honest, because it's polyester, and polyester is a very uh, what's it called? It's not an easy material to work with. I would have to check on YouTube. So anyway, back to finish up with the car detailing. I don't know what to do now. What do you think is a good price? Because in my mind, I feel a little iffy
I
going less
say,
than 150
I,
unless it's like
I
easy peasy.
say, I say, I say around like everything for the car.
Yeah, for a complete detail. So I'm cleaning. So if it's everything like inside and out, expect it to be probably at least 2 hours of work. Probably three, but 2 3 hours average.
I say 150.
That's what I figure. No, at minimum 150, especially since the competitors were charging 150 before. Now they have 180. I would try to do something like 160 as a minimum, 150 kind of an absolute minimum, unless it's like something special, like oh I just
150.
you know
150 is like for friends.
yeah 150 for everything. But I think so. I'm gonna do some figures later on. Um, so I'm thinking because
Where are you
according to
gonna do these though?
online, there.
Where are you gonna be cleaning them?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. There's two options: either to do mobile detailing, where we come over to their place and clean there, or we we try to get them to come over to our place. And both situations are kind of tough because one, if we go over to their place, I've had a few occasional issues where, like, I had one guy get pissed off saying, "Oh, I thought you were going to use a steamer. Because you weren't using a steamer, I don't think you did any work at all. Therefore, I don't want to pay you." Yeah, regardless of the vacuuming and the physical labor and sweating in the hot
And
summer heat.
I'll just put well, I will just pull the Glock 316 or whatever shit that gun called and just pop them out.
I don't know, man. What I
I'll be like,
decided to
give me
do
my
is I
money,
just
bitch.
left before these freaking, just so you don't get in trouble. Sometimes it's worth to just walk away from the job because, what if they'd be like, oh, I'm gonna sue
But
you.
you clean the fucking car though.
That's not what the client thinks. The client thinks that you didn't clean the car, even though you may have done, maybe even if you had photo evidence. But, if they ain't happy with the work, what you gonna do? You gotta have you gotta have solutions for that, right? And my solution was to be like,
But
hey,
it
I
was
apologize.
probably
What do you think?
it was probably it was probably a black guy that said you didn't clean it.
No, no, it was somebody you wouldn't really expect, and I can't exactly explain the details for privacy reasons, because I don't want to, say, hey, the guy's from this and this place, especially it's from an area
But he
that's kind of
wouldn't care.
sensitive. What's that?
He wouldn't care.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
He wouldn't care.
Well, I can
Bro, you
tell you a
don't
bit
even
later.
know.
And then I
You
had
don't even know
another
him no more.
situation where we started cleaning the car, and in the middle of cleaning the car, the freaking one of the homeowners, like the wife of the homeowner, came up with this crazy idea that we were leaking oil from the car all over the driveway, and that we were destroying the driveway, therefore causing property damage. And we had to like convince the lady to calm down. We used degreaser and basically removed the oil from the whatever that was on the driveway, off the driveway, and the lady calmed down. But you gotta have backups for situations like that, and because of that, I'm kind of iffy on mobile every now and then. Like I should make a stream one day talking about the mobile detailing and how it's tricky. But that what I like to try to get more into is doing the like logistics stuff, like the semi trucks, because I think that's where you can get a lot of money coming in. It's consistent money or regular money. So that would be your what you call your bread and butter. But I'll tell you what, you mean. How long have we been live now? We've been live for over an hour, and I'm getting really sleepy because what is it like about 1:30?
No, no, no,
So I'm gonna go to bed.
no,
Well, let me ask
no
you this: any
thanks.
last things you want to talk about?
Yes.
What? What you have in mind?
What? Hold up. Let me finish eating.
It gets.
You know Taco Deluxe,
Do I know who?
the small burrito, like deluxe, whatever shit it's called.
Is it from Taco Bell?
No, that's what I mean right now.
Wait, what you eating? I'm kind of confused because your mic's breaking up a little. Is it a Taco Deluxe?
Yeah,
Well, what about them?
I'm eating them right now. Have you heard of them?
I don't think so. I had a thing from Taco. Last thing I had from Taco Bell has been a while.
It's not from Taco Bell. It's like it's from Walmart. You got a microwave. It's like small kind of fuck. What's it called?
Like the frozen pre-made meals.
Yeah, something about that.
Bro, they've been putting so much salt in some of these box stuff. I freaking had to. I have to start watching my
Yeah,
salt
yeah.
because of how much salt they freaking. I tell you
True,
what
true, true.
they did. They did a thing called, what shrinkflation is.
No,
So I've noticed this in a little bit of Coca-Cola stuff, but they're selling like
yeah.
smaller cans. I don't know if you've noticed it. Like they got the regular cans, but they keep trying to push people to buy the smaller cans now. Um, and the smaller cans, they don't have as much soda as the larger cans, right? And
Mhm.
they have so much jam-packed sugar. Like the other day, my neighbor bought a bunch of the small cans, and I didn't really pay much attention. So I drink one can, I feel fine. And then I started drinking the second can. And as soon as I started drinking the second can, I felt like I was having a freaking, not a sugar rush, but like even worse. I'm like thinking, oh God, I'm probably gonna have diabetes from drinking this second can of soda.
Where was this?
At my neighbor's place. But I noticed the freaking,
When?
this was probably about a week ago, give or take.
Oh, two, two Coca-Cola cans is crazy, bro.
I know, but and what's crazy is when I was at the movie theater, I've never had that much of an issue with soda. Because it
Mm-hmm.
like tasted the same, but the sugar content was lower, like you could drink more of the soda. And it like you could track yourself. Like you knew when you were drinking too much, but you could like pace yourself, if that makes any sense. Like I could probably back when I was at the movie theater, I could probably drink like the large cups, um, probably at least two full on Coca-Cola cups, and by the time I'm finished with the two large cups, and I don't know how many ounces that is off the top of my head. I'm kind of thinking it's like 48 ounces. I can drink two of those and then maybe start drinking a third one. But now it's like, oh God, what are the can size? They're not even 18 ounces now, are they? Or 8 ounces? Well, I don't even know what the size is.
Bro, bro, 24 cans used to be 8.98. Now it's like 12.98.
I know, freaking. I remember when we had a we had a grocery store, and this was back in I think when I was in high school. You could buy if you I think it was like if you buy five uh cases of soda, and I think it was Coca Cola, but sometimes it would be like Pepsi. But they
Yeah,
would do like if you bought five cases, it will charge you $5 per case.
if you
And
bought five, what? Say it again.
so I think it's like, oh God, what's the deal? 5 for 5 or something like that, or like, well, not 5 for 5, but like if you buy, um, it's basically $25 for 5 cases of soda, like the canned soda,
Mm,
and that was pretty
damn,
cheap.
that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, but you have to buy, 5 cans, and plus you have to be a what's it called, that membership? It's not like Sam's Club or Costco, but it's like some of these other grocery stores like Publix or Harris Teeter or Food Lion or there's another one, I think Whole Foods sometimes has it, where you have to register in their system so you can get a discount. I think it was one of those stores. I feel like it was Harris Teeter, but then they stopped doing that. Then they did like if you bought 3 cases, you could get two for free. But now it's like they kind of stopped doing all that together. And now it's like basically what you're saying. It's like almost, yeah, like 10, $12 for a case of soda. So they're doing what's called shrinkflation, where it's like they raise the prices and then they shrink the sizes of the cans. So I gotta figure out, get on them for that. But I don't really drink soda, so I well, don't drink it at all really now. Plus, especially since it's not really, good for your health. And plus, my neighbor started getting declined to buy. Like he had one of my neighbors has a card that's like kind of like food stamps, but a little different. Um, they stopped allowing them to buy soda because they don't label because they instead of labeling soda as just a regular drink, they now label it as an unhealthy drink, and because it's unhealthy, they won't cover paying for it. And my neighbor is kind of mad about it, which I understand, but then again, I only drink right now. I think it's like milk, juice, and spring water. Occasionally, we'll drink tap water here and there, but it's not something I don't prefer. I would prefer spring water, but Yeah, I remember. I think yeah, the movie theater years and then the bartender like 6 month period. I think that's when I was like drinking the most soda. Um, but yeah, well, I'll tell you what, you man. Since
Do you know people?
I'm really exhausted
Bro,
right
do you know
now.
the drink people?
What?
The drink people. PIBB.
Well, I'll tell you what, you man. I guess I'm getting tired to the point where I can't hear what people are saying. So I'm a call it a night, and I might switch to my phone, but I'm gonna call it a night on this stream here, guys. So make sure you subscribe, like this video. We're gonna see you all in the next episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you, and we're trying to get to 550 subscribers by the end of June. We have what, 15 more days? I have a good feeling we're gonna get it, but our subscriber count's been fluctuating. We're at like, let me refresh the page to see what it says. 520. Yeah, that's more close to where I think we're at. I feel like we're at like 520, 522. Uh, there we go. I posted a short earlier today. It didn't get any views, but then I posted another one recently, and now it's over 1,000 views. So that's good. So yeah, this do. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We have what, 30 more subscribers till we get to the 550 goal. I'm thinking we may even get to you know what'd be cool is to get to 700 subscribers by the end of summer.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Someone already hit you, idiot.
By the end of summer, end of summer. So we're talking about like till fall starts. What,
Oh,
September?
I'm the idiot.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna see you on the next day, man. Been
But I'll
fun
tell you
company.
what, good night.